module. So the first concept in accounts payable module is P2P cycle. We'll discuss this today. And before I discuss that, what is accounts payable module? Why do we use accounts payable module, or what are you assuming that what we have in accounts payable module? Anyone have a overview? What could be accounts payable module or what it deal with?
In the business process, we buy certain things and we sell the things.
Okay,
For the things we bought, we need to pay
correct.
to the vendors.
Okay, correct to
Payments
say.
to
Yeah, Sushila, please.
yeah, payments made to the vendors will be recorded in accounts payable module.
Okay, only the payments.
Vendor payments.
Okay, payments is a part of accounts payable. Okay,
Okay.
and anybody? So in the accounts payable module, we generally maintain the vendor details as well as the transactions that we do with the vendors. So it's not just the payments, we also have invoices for the vendors. So we will buy goods from the vendors. If at all we buy goods, specific goods, we will create purchase order for that, and then we will invoice that purchase order. Then later we will do settlements, means paying the vendors and settling that particular invoice. So we have all this mechanism of creating purchase orders or creating any expense journals, expense invoice journals, and settling them or making payments through different modes of payment, giving the proper method of payments as well as terms of payments, applying cash discounts. So all the mechanism that deal with the vendor and the purchase side will be there in accounts payable module. Okay. So to say the accounts payable module is entirely covered with one cycle, what we call as P2P cycle generally in the market. It's the most prominent name, P2P. Okay, what is P2P?
Purchase to pay or procure to pay.
Okay, P2P, P2P or P2P or procure to pay or purchase to pay. Okay, this is the multiple names for this P2P, or it can be called it with anything, P2P or P2P or procure to pay or procure to pay, purchase to pay, any name. So anybody have any steps or idea on this P2P cycle? What is actually a P2P cycle? What we have in P2P cycle? Any rough idea? Seshu. Hello. So anyone else who is having? Okay, not a problem. So what does indicates procure to pay? What does it mean by procuring or purchasing? It's a silly question. Purchasing means like
Buying.
buying of goods from vendors or acquiring goods from vendors or suppliers. Okay, that's purchase. What is pay then?
When we buy something, we have to pay something consideration like.
Correct. So P2P, purchase to pay, means like it starts from the point of purchase to the point of payment or settlement to the vendor. So all the process that happens in between will be there in as a step-by-step way in the procure to pay cycle. Okay, in interviews they are asking this question. I mean, say one of the important question and regular question in interviews, they will definitely ask you what is your understanding about P2P cycle, what are the various steps we have in P2P cycle, and how could you imply it to the Dynamics 365. So I would explain you the step-by-step process of P2P as well as I'll try to imply it to the Dynamics 365. You can explain the same in the interview as well. Okay, do not miss any step. Just go with the flow. I mean, with the same step-by-step process that I would explain. Okay, this is really important. I mean, as I was saying in interviews, they are mostly stressing on your understanding of a consultant on a P2P cycle. Okay, so to start with, procurement to pay cycle. So the first point is identifying the requirements. Identifying the requirements in various departments. So what kind of requirements do various departments have? Suppose if I would talk about manufacturing department or the production department, what they would need raw material. So they would need to procure raw material to use them in the production to produce the finished goods. So to begin with, they need raw material. Okay, so they might raise a request that they have a requirement for raw material because the raw material they have will be finishing by this cycle, this month end. So we need to get another lot of raw material for production purpose. So they will also give specifications which kind of raw material they want or what is the raw material you might have already have in the business. I mean, you might be buying. So according to that requirement, the procurement team will get a request that they need these kind of goods. If I would say the same example in a different way, like in another department, like if I would say like in finance department, there are two employees joined in the finance department. Two employees might need laptops to work. So they don't have they don't have systems, and company have to provide two laptops for the employees to work. And in the finance department, there is a deficit for laptops. They don't have enough laptops to give it to these two employees who join. So for that, they will raise a request to the procurement team to get to the IT team first to get two laptops for this two individuals who join, two employees who join. IT team would look for the inventory. If they have, they will provide. If they don't have, IT team will raise a request to the procurement team to buy two laptops because two laptops are necessary in the finance department. Two employees are joined. So the request that these team have raised, they will convey the same to the procurement team and get the laptops bought by the procurement team. Okay, this is how the flow goes. Identifying the requirement, and this requirement is, informed to the procurement team. Conveyed to the procurement team to buy the goods. Procurement team is the team which would normally create orders or place the orders with the vendors to buy the required goods. So what happens once the procurement team receives a requirement? So one from one department, suppose that for the two laptops, they have received a request that they have to buy two laptops. So they will create the step is that they will create this purchase requisition. We have this concept of purchase requisition in procurement and sourcing module. So procurement team will create a purchase. So we have right. So procurement team will create a purchase requisition for the purpose of. So it's a kind of document we create in system. So it will create we will create a purchase requisition for specific goods that we have to buy. We'll select the goods also. And then once after creating purchase requisition, generally they would go for approvals. They would look for the head of procurement team as well as from the finance team to approve it. Mostly the procurement team heads will approve it that these two goods can be bought. And once after the approval is done, what happens next is the next point. So we can write the same here actually. I can cut off this point here and place it here. I'm sorry for that. So, and purchase requisition PR is sent for approval. So assume that it is approved. I mean, there are chances that it get rejected by the team saying that there might be laptops excess in another department. You can use them for the time being. They can say that by rejecting it. Otherwise, if they feel that it's a real necessity, they'll go and approve it. Okay, they will approve it. The purchase requisition will be approved. Once after approving the purchase requisition, now it's decided that we have to buy goods, or the procurement team have to buy the goods from the vendor. So suppose that we have two laptops to be bought from the market. So we'll call for quotations. So we will invite quotations from the list of vendors. So we have a lot of laptop suppliers in the market. You know, we have Dell, we have Lenovo, and we have HP. We also have Apple. So there are quite few suppliers of laptops or manufacturers of laptops. So we will call for quotations saying that, see, we might need 2 laptops, or I mean, there can be a bunch of laptops, like 100 laptops we might need. So give me your price. What is your pricing if I would buy or buy 100 laptops from you? At which price you can give me? And what are the specifications of those laptops? What is the warranty you are giving? How the service that you would provide? How long you would provide free service for the laptops if at all they are damaged? And the return policy. Everything they will ask in the quotation, normally to the vendors. So once the quotations you ask the vendors, vendors will normally share the quotations with you. Vendors or suppliers will send the quotations with all these factors like pricing details, as well as how soon they can deliver the goods, or how much warranty they are providing, and return policy and everything they will send. So the next point is that you will receive the quotation. So once vendor will send the quotations, you will receive the quotations. Once after receiving the quotations, what you would do? What normally people do once they receive the quotations? So in your perspective, you say, like, if you would want to buy a laptop and you have seen prices in various websites, like in Amazon, you have seen, it's Amazon is a kind of vendor also, right? So in Amazon, you have seen, in Flipkart, you have seen one, and you also have seen in other website. So how will you finalize from where you have to buy it?
We'll compare it from one with one another.
Correct. So you will compare the quotations here in this case. So the same way how you are comparing the details. So you will compare the quotations from one place to another place. I mean, compare the quotations from one vendor to another vendor. So what are the factors they would compare? So like pricing, delivery time, uh, service agreements like warranties and guarantees and other services. Then we also have written policies. Okay, there are a lot of them, depends upon the company and the product. So written policies. So upon looking into all these factors, after scrutinizing all the quotations and looking into all these factors, comparing them, they would finalize one vendor. So they would like one of the quotation and they would finalize one vendor. Okay. Finalize the factors and finalize a vendor for purchase. So out of the 4 or 5 quotations you have received, you would finalize one vendor to buy the goods from. So once after you finalizing the vendor, what happens next in Dynamics is what we discuss now. Okay. So from here actually so until here actually the supply chain team would be working at the procurement team. The finance team might be starting from here. Okay, like creation of purchase orders, or procurement team only also create purchase orders just from the invoice part. Finance team normally involved, but you have to understand every concept. I mean the step-by-step process in this. Once after a vendor is finalized, we'll create a purchase order for the vendor for the same goods that we have to buy according to the price they have given and the discount factors they have given. I will also add discounts here. Okay. So according to the price and discounts and mode of delivery, time of delivery, and terms of payment, we can agree, like how much in how much time I can pay. Do I have to pay it then and then itself? I mean, once upon the delivery, or do I have to pay any advance, or do I have to can I pay it later, like after 30 days or 2 months, if I have such kind of policy, pay later policy? So we can apply the same on the purchase order if at all once you finalize the purchase order. So once you create the purchase order, so once everything is created, I mean the goods that we have to buy is entered, as well as the prices are entered in the purchase order line, and I'll tell you the process how we create, and I mean we will work on that again going forward just to understand the concept. So once after doing this, we will take a confirmation from the vendor that when they are going to deliver the goods. So vendor will confirm that they are delivering the goods, or the goods are sent for delivery. We might receive in few days, like in 2 or 3 days according to the delivery terms we have agreed. So once the vendor gives the confirmation, we will confirm the PO, purchase order, that we have created. This is the next step. Confirm the PO. Once vendor confirms that he is delivering the goods, we will confirm the PO. That's the next step. So it's important step actually, confirmation of PO. So let's say like this, confirmation of PO. Then there are chances that vendor might ask you to pay, supplier might ask you to pay advance payments. So there can be chances that there are advance payments or prepayments in business. So normally if they're delivering 100 laptops, they might ask for an advance payment before they deliver. So that would be one thing. So that point also can be inserted here. I mean, advance payments or prepayments. Okay. So once the vendor delivers the goods, you will receive the goods, right? So goods are received. So where the goods are received into? Goods are received to the particular warehouse. So the warehouse address will give to the vendor. Vendor will deliver the goods to that particular warehouse only. Goods are not delivered to the business place. Goods are delivered to the warehouse where goods are stored, and from there they are again sent to internal teams to where they have been sent to. So raw material has to be brought in. Raw material will be brought into the production warehouse wherein the production raw material is placed, and from there raw material is moved to the production place where the machinery is there. I mean to the plant. If at all it's like laptops or any other IT things, so if they have an IT warehouse or a separate room for IT department, it will go in there and the IT head will account the goods that they have received. They'll look if everything is properly delivered or not, and how many number of goods are delivered and all. So vendor will also send this slip along with the goods that they have delivered. That is called as PRN or GRN. Like we can call it as goods receipt note, or goods receipt note, goods receipt number, or product receipt note or product receipt number. Okay, you can call it in this way, either product receipt or goods receipt number. So vendor along with the delivery of goods, he'll also send that slip wherein he mentioned how many goods he have delivered and what are the specifications of the goods that he have delivered. He will mention in that slip. The warehouse manager or the IT manager, whoever collects the goods, will look into that slip and also will look into the goods that they have sent and count them, as well as identify if there are any defects in that. Okay, if everything is proper, they'll place it in the warehouse. Okay, and at this point of time, we will post the product receipt for the PO in post product receipt for the purchase order in Dynamics. Normally in this place, once the warehouse manager confirms that the goods are received and are in proper place from in proper shape, so we will go for the product receipt in purchase order. In purchase order, we have the option of posting a product receipt as a confirmation for receipt of goods on the purchase order. So that we will do once after receiving the goods. This is the 8th step. So is it clear until here? I mean the flow. Do you miss anything? Are you missing anything here? Sairam,
No.
is it clear until here?
Yes.
Okay, I might ask anybody else like Seshu, Santosh.
Yeah, clear, Jeff.
Okay, Bala. Bala, you there? Is it clear for you?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So we have received the goods from the vendor now. So once after receiving the goods, what happens next is that vendor will send the invoice. So invoice will not be sent to the warehouse again. Invoice will be sent to the business address, right? Where the office is located. He will send the invoice in the email as a soft copy, or he might directly send an invoice in post to the office address. Goods will be delivered to warehouse only, but invoice will be sent to office address because invoice payment has to be done from office, right? So vendor will send the invoice to business address. So upon receiving the invoice, upon receiving the vendor invoice, we will check the we will check the prices that he have mentioned in the invoice. So it is according to the quotation or not. We'll check the cash discounts that is mentioned in that. We'll also check the terms of payment, like in how many days we can settle this invoice. and every detail we will normally look into the invoice. And if everything is proper, we will also post invoice for the PO. Okay, for the purchase order, we will post the invoice in our Dynamics as well. So once you send the hard copy, we will also post the same or create the. So I can say like create and post the post purchase order invoice in the Dynamics. So once everything is clear with the invoice, okay. So once invoice is posted, a liability entry will be created for the vendor that we have to settle the vendor against that invoice. So vendor will be credited with so and so money. Now we have to debit the vendor by paying the vendor, right? The payment entry will eventually debit the vendor, right? We have seen it doing vendor payments already. So the next step will be like vendor payment and settlement. Sorry, vendor payment. Also we can call it as settlements. So if we might have paid any prepayments or advance payments, we can deduct that amount and pay the remaining amount on that particular invoice. Okay, so that's the 10th step. 11th would be in case you might find any goods to be defective later or not working properly, or it's not according to the expectation. If you have the return policy and if you still have time to return the goods, you can return the goods. So that's what we call as goods return. While we do goods return, normally we'll create credit note in accounts payable, or we will also call it as return order. So just like a purchase order only, just but it will reverse the goods. I mean -1 quantity, so that goods will be sent back to the vendor. If in case if we find them as defective, if everything is okay, the cycle will stop here. I mean until this payment, settlement is done. If you find them to be defective, you will create a credit note. Then you will have this credit note settlement later. If you create a credit note, you will might again ask the vendor for money, right, to give your money back because you have returned the goods. So you'll have credit note settlements and final settlements, if any. That would be the end of P2P cycle. So now, any confusion in this P2P cycle, anything went difficult for you to understand? It's just a normal process. When you buy any good from Amazon, suppose, what you will do, you will first that you will check for different websites to buy something. Once you feel like Amazon is the best and you have less pricing as well as delivery is soon, you will go for Amazon and buy goods from Amazon. So once the good is delivered, you can also have the option like you can pay it at the time of ordering, or you can pay it at once after receiving the good, like cash on receipt or cash payment on cash on delivery option we have. Or else we can also keep the pay later option in Amazon, like to pay later after 30 days or like that. Or you can also keep installments, schedules. You can apply those schedules also. That option also we have in Dynamics. We can create schedules and apply it for particular invoice to pay the invoice amount in different schedules. Okay. So in the same manner, you can here also it means the same will get applied. If you find that good is not, the product that you bought from Amazon is not good, what you will do, you will return the product. Once you return the product, Amazon will refund your amount. So that's what we have here in the final step, goods return and refund of amount. So I mean, try to apply to a practical example and understand. Okay. So I mean, it's a very simple process. Why I'm stressing this so much or adding the points is that in interviews these days they are compulsorily asking this question: what is your understanding on P2P cycle and how you can apply it to Dynamics? So going further, we will do all these steps. I mean, creation of purchase orders, confirming them, doing product receipts and invoicing them, and settlements. Everything we will do in this module. It's just that you have to understand the step-by-step process. Okay, how we can practically do it in Dynamics, that's what we will learn in accounts payable module. Okay, so is it clear until here, the P2P cycle for all of you? Shouldn't have any slight doubt also.
Yes, sir.
Great.
లాస్ట్ కి ఫైనల్ పేమెంట్ కాకుండా లైక్ రీప్లేస్మెంట్స్ కూడా ఉంటది కదా.
ఉంటుంది రీప్లేస్మెంట్ ఉంటే ఐ మీన్ ఇఫ్ దెర్ ఇస్ ఎ రీప్లేస్మెంట్ యూ కెన్ క్రియేట్ వన్ మోర్ ఆర్డర్. అందుకే అది మామూలుగా ఉంది కదా, రీప్లేస్మెంట్ ఆర్డర్ వచ్చిందంటే కొత్త పిఓ క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటాం. ఇంతకుముందు పిఓలో గూడ్స్ రిటర్న్ చేసిన దాన్ని క్రెడిట్ నోట్ చేసాం కాబట్టి అది పిఓ ఇన్వాయిస్కి సెటిల్ చేసుకుంటాం ఆ క్రెడిట్ నోట్ని, కొత్త పిఓ తీసుకుంటాం. అట్లయినా చేయొచ్చు, లేకపోతే అదే పిఓలో ఇంకో లైన్ యాడ్ చేసుకుని కూడా చేసుకోవచ్చు ఇన్వాయిస్ మళ్ళీ. ఓకే, నో ప్రాబ్లం. And then, so if this is clear, we'll go for our next topic in accounts payable. Normally we have some initial things to do in accounts payable. I was thinking to go with which pattern. So normally we have all these setups first, like payment days we can configure, payment schedules, method of payment, terms of payment, cash discounts. We have all this to be configured. Once we configure this, we can apply this on this vendor invoices and all. So I was thinking that I would start with this part first, like to create vendor groups, create vendors, then create a posting profile. After that, we will see invoice journal concept and vendor payments. Vendor payments, we already know how to do vendor payments. So again, we will see on it. Once after working until here, invoice journals, I think we can start this setup so that we can directly apply the configurations we have done, like how to apply payment day on invoices, how to apply payment schedule on invoices, how to apply method of payment on invoices. We can understand is one way I was thinking. Another way I was thinking, like we can first explain this, then while doing this process activities after all configurations, we can again reuse them once after they are configured properly. Okay, anything will be okay. Let's see. So we have time today. I think we can cover one of the topics we have. Let's cover this topic, payment days. Okay. So what is payment day? Why we have this concept of payment days in accounts payable? So what is the logic behind this payment days? So normally we can create payment days in Dynamics to give the payment days to the invoices. So whenever an invoice is created, we can give a payment day. The payment day indicates on which particular day invoice is going to be paid. Like in a month, which particular day, or in a week, which particular day the invoice has to be paid can be given by payment days. Few of them will follow this process other than terms of payment. Normally they will have this pay in 30 days, pay in 40 days policy. Other than that, they can also follow this kind of process wherein they will have a particular day for paying all the invoices. Like they'll pay it on Wednesday in a week, or they'll pay it like on 5th of every month or 10th of every month, like that they'll pay. So we can configure these payment days here in Dynamics. So how to configure the payment days we'll see now, and how to use them we will see when we create some vendor invoice journals. It's a very simple setup how to configure payment days. I'll show you. In order to configure payment days, you have to navigate to accounts payable module. Okay. In accounts payable module, in the end we have payment setup. We have all of them here only. Payment days, schedules, terms of payment, methods of payment, cash discounts. All the initial setups are here. Accounts payable, payment setup, payment days. So click on payment days. We can configure a payment day here. Suppose I'll configure a new one. I'll give a payment day as 15th day. Okay, 15th of every month. 15th day, I'll give this name. So I'll give it as 15th day of month is my payment day. So whenever the invoice is done, I'll pay it on 15th of the month. Suppose if the invoice is done on 16th, I'll pay it on the next month 15th. So 15th would be my payment day in a month. So I'll go for month here. You see, you can select either week or month. I'll select month here, and you can give the day of week. This is disabled because you selected month. You can give the day of month. So it's 15th day, right? So you can give 15th of that month. So when you apply this to an invoice, suppose the invoice is done on, invoice is being posted for an invoice date is for 1st of September. For suppose the payment day will be 15th of September, or the 15th day in the month will be the payment day. Or 15th day in the month will be the payment day. So that's how we have these payment days. Suppose if I do invoice on 16th of this month, if I give this 15th day means it will go for next month 15 again. Okay, again that has to be agreed. They might have multiple payment days in a month, so we can design like that also. I'll show you how we can design that too. Suppose if I am going for weekly payments, I would normally pay my vendors or on the pending invoices on all Wednesdays. I can create a payment day like so Wednesday. You can go like this. Wednesday. Okay, and I can select week here other than month. I can select week. I can go for the day in a week. Wednesday or any day. So if I go for Wednesday, I don't have selection for month again because I have selected week, right? So I have to select one day in a week. Suppose I am doing invoice on, suppose I will open the calendar for you. I hope you can see it. If I'm doing invoice on 2nd of September, which is Thursday, the payment for this invoice will be done on next Wednesday. It's on 8th. So if I'm doing invoice on suppose like 7th of the month, 7th means 7th is Tuesday. So I have to do the settlement on 8th, the coming next Wednesday, whatever is the next Wednesday, I'll be doing it then. So 8th will be my payment day. So that would be the logic here for having 15th day means 15th of the month, or Wednesday means paying it on Wednesday. If invoice is done on any day, the coming next Wednesday will be the payment day for the invoice. So that is how it will calculate the due date for the invoice. Got it, guys? Understood the logic?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. We can also keep 2 days as a payment day. Suppose if I would say like 5th and 20th. Okay. 5th and 20th of month. I would say this. So here I can give, I'm sorry, here I can give month. Okay. And here I can give 5th. Also I can add one more. I can give month again. I can give 20. I can refresh this. I mean, it will be in order. 20th of month and 5th of month and 20th of month. So how would this work? Any logic? I mean, do you have any logic in mind? How would this work if I have 2 days?
Any invoice raised after 5th will be paid on 20th.
Correct. Any invoice done on or after 5th will be paid on 20th. Okay. Invoice that is done on or after 20th will be paid on next month 5th. Right. So 5th, either 5th or 20th will be my payment day against the invoice. So if I would apply this particular payment day pattern that I have created here, or the configuration I have created here. So according to the invoice date, to which date you are selecting for the invoice as the invoice date. So taking that date into consideration, this logic will get applied. If the invoice date is before 5th and after 20th, I mean, the payment day will be 5th, or the due date of the invoice will be 5th. If it is after 5th or on 5th or after 5th, 20th will be the payment day. 20th day in the month will be the payment day. Okay, that is one. That's another kind of logic we can apply. So suppose now I'll ask you a question. So my invoice posting date. Okay, I'll go into the another page. Invoice date is 1st of September. Okay, and I am applying this one, 15th day of month payment day for the invoice while I'm creating the invoice or posting the invoice. So what will be my due date for the invoice?
15th September.
15th September.
Correct. 15th September will be my due date for the invoice. Suppose that I am applying this one, 5th to 20th of the month's payment days, this pattern. So then what will be my payment day?
5th of September.
5th of
Correct. So all of you are clear, right? I mean, 5th of September it is. Come on, guys. You clear, right?
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Suppose if I'm doing it on 6th of September, then, and if I'm applying this one, then what will be my payment day?
20th of
20th.
September.
20th of September. Correct. Suppose I'm doing the invoice on 6th of September and I'm applying this Wednesday payment policy or payment day as Wednesday. So I'm doing invoice on 6th of September. Okay, then what will be my due date or the payment day?
Will be 8.
Why it is 8th?
Because Wednesday is on 8.
Next coming Wednesday will be the payment day, right? So 8th will be my payment day. So that's the whole logic behind having this payment day. So you can also create 2 days in a week, just like we have did here for 5th and 20th. You can select week and Monday. You can select week and Thursday. You can also pay like that, either Monday or Thursday, whichever comes quick next to the invoice day will be the payment day. You can also configure in that way. Okay, that is the whole logic behind having payment days, guys. So I'll show you the application and how due date will be calculated once I create an invoice. Okay, I'll again explain you that part. But configuration is this and logic is that. Clear, right? Yes, Yashu.
Means a few vendors will not wait for such long time, right? Means if we raise a request on 6th and the payment date is on 20th, so few vendors may not wait for such long time. Then in the
Correct.
due course we need to pay.
Then we
So
don't
that,
apply payment day.
then we don't. So we can override it and we can go for payment, right?
I mean, it's not default that you should have a payment day. You can, it's optional. If you want to maintain this kind of pattern, mostly in retail, they'll maintain this kind of pattern. They'll buy it on one day and they'll pay all the payments on one day in weekly.
Okay.
Okay, they can use this method. And we also have terms of payment, another method. Terms of payment here, you can give whatever the days you want, like net 2 days, net 5 days, net 30 days. Anything you can design here in terms of payment.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Hmm.
If you don't want this payment day pattern, you can apply that in the terms of payment pattern. If you give net 2 days, you have to pay it in the next 2 days to the vendor. Okay, if you give net 30 days, you have to pay it in the 30 days. Next coming 30 days, you have 30 days lenience, and after the 30th day, the invoice will be due and you have to pay the invoice. Okay, that we will configure here in the terms of payment. That will be our next topic. I mean, we'll see that next topic as well. Okay. Then, I mean, I have my battery low today. Let me plug in my charger. Then what else we have here in this? We have payment schedules. Okay, you can also schedule your payments in a way that you can, I mean, you know schedules, right? Like EMI or paying the total amount in schedule. So different schedules, we can configure that payment schedules also. I think we have 15 minutes of time. I feel like we can't cover the payment schedules concept in 15 minutes. Let's start with this concept, cash discounts. Okay, this would be little easier to understand and we can quickly understand this one, cash discount. So what is the concept of cash discount, guys? Does anybody have any idea about what is cash discount?
Discount to be received for the purchase.
No, it's not discount to be received on purchases. Okay. So there is specific place where we apply cash discounts or cash discounts can be availed. What is it? Somebody saying Saideep, Santosh.
When we make
Before due
when
date,
we
we are
make instant
we are
payments.
paying the money.
Lump sum amount.
Correct. So vendor would give you 30 days time to pay or to settle the invoice. Okay. Vendor also will say a condition that if you would pay it in within 10 days, I'll give you 5% discount. Okay. Suppose that you are settling that invoice within 10 days, you can avail that 5% discount. Right? You can deduct that 5% discount, keep it for yourself, and you can pay the remaining amount on the invoice as a full settlement for the invoice if you are paying within 10 days. But how Dynamics will understand how much cash discount we have on an invoice or how much cash discount this vendor is giving, and what is the cash discount expiry date, and from where the cash discount has to be applied. Cash discount is generally applied from the date of invoice. Upon that, for the next 10 days, if you pay this percentage, if you pay within 20 days, you can get this much percentage. We can give all conditions, and we can also give the percentage as well as the number of days that system can, number of days that, I would say like number of days for the particular discount code or discount percentage to be active. So if you pay within that particular day or before those days that is agreed by the vendor with us, we'll get that cash discount. So in order to have that in place or to apply such kind of discounts, firstly we need to configure the discount codes accordingly. How much percentage, how many days. So if we have discount code, system will, if we apply the discount code to the invoice, system will automatically understand. So on this invoice, before you pay by this date, or if you're doing settlement, system will automatically deduct the cash discount and account it to the, this account, discounts account you have, right? Normally, when I do invoice, suppose I have an expense, suppose purchase expense will be debited with 1000. This is invoice entry, okay? Vendor will be credited with 1000. This is when I do invoice, okay? I would say like invoice entry. When I do payment, what happens guys when I do payment? What is the entry for payment? Vendor payment.
Vendor account to bank.
Vendor will be debited with 1000 for suppose, and bank account will be, bank or cash account, anything will be credited for 1000. This is the payment entry, right? So what happens in this, when we do settlement, this one will get knocked off with this one, this vendor balance which is 1000 credit will get debited with 100 and vendor balance will become finally 0. And we only have this entry, purchase expense will be debited and bank account will be credited. Correct. So in case if I have a cash discount, if it's a vendor cash discount, what it will be to us, revenue or expense? Come on guys.
It's revenue.
How it, so it's a revenue to us because we are getting a benefit out of it, or we are paying less for the amount that we have to pay. Suppose that I have $50 discount on this, so I will pay through my bank only 950 to the vendor. What about that 50? The voucher will not be balanced if without recording that 50, right? So we have to account that 50 also. So we will account that 50 into this account. So I can say like vendor cash discount. Vendor cash discount account will be credited. Revenues are always credited, as I told you. Gains or revenues will always be credited, so it will be credited. So vendor account will be settled with 1000 only, out of which we only pay vendor 950, and the other 50 we will record as cash discount. So system will automatically do this for you if we apply cash discount code and pay within the cash discount date. So how system will do it? Only when we configure it properly here in the discount codes. Okay, you understood the financial impacts, right? This entry, all of you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Saideep, Santosh,
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
need your acknowledgement as well. And
Yes, bro.
okay,
Yes, JP.
Yes, sir.
perfect. Then if you understood, then we can go ahead and configure that codes. Okay, we have, it's a easy configuration only. Do not get confused. I'll just click on new in the cash discount codes and I'll give a name for this cash discount code. I would say like 5%. Scroll. So 30 will be too big. 20 days. Okay. 5% discount upon paying in 20 days. We just gave a name, but we did not give any percentage or day set. Okay. So there is another concept called next discount code. I'll tell you how it works. Okay. So other than this, we have in the bottom, we can select here. So it's just a name, but we set 5% and 20 days, right? So we have to select the discount percentage here. How much percentage of discount? So what is the percentage of discount that we are given in the name? 5%, right? So I'll give 5% discount here. So here we have the application. How many days? like if how many days from the invoice date we have to give here. So we have some options called net, current month, current quarter, current year, current week, COD and cutoff day and all. You will understand this concept in normally in terms of payment. We will discuss it there. So do not stress much on it. I'll tell you few concepts here. So I'll go for net here. Net 20 days. Okay. I'll give net here, and I'm not giving any months because we don't have months space, right? We only have 20 days. So if it is 5% and 20 days, and I gave 5% here as a discount percentage, and I gave days here as 20 days. Okay, if at all, I mean this discount code 5% will be if at all we apply it on invoice starting from the invoice date until the next 20 days. If we would settle the invoice, you can avail 5% discount on that invoice amount. Invoice amount can be anything. It can be $1,000, $2,000 or $10,000, or it can be $500. Upon the invoice amount, you can avail 5% discount if you pay within 20 days. Okay. So the same code you can also apply or use in for your customer cash discounts also on the customer side. Say two-way setup. If you configure here, it will be again showing up in the automatically in the accounts receivable module also. You can use the same kind of code for customers also. So if at all system is calculating cash discount on settlement, to which accounts it has to account, it will be here. Main account for customer discount you have to give here. Main account for vendor discount you have to give here. So we have understood, right? Main account for vendor cash discounts is a revenue account. It's a gain. But if you give discounts to the customers, it will be an expense, right? Or it will be a loss to you. You have to receive some money from your customers. You are giving some discount means they will pay less to than what you have to receive from them. So it's a loss. So it will be a loss or expense account we will create. So we can create those two accounts here, and we can give in the discount code so that whenever this discount code is applied and the settlement is done against the invoice, system will pick this account for the balance of voucher. This account will be picked from here in this place, from the discount code from this place, where whatever the accounts we give, system will pick that accounts. So let us create two accounts and give it here for vendor cash discounts and customer cash discounts. So sorry, where it took me here in the main account place. Since it's a revenue account, vendor cash discount, I'll go for 4 lakh 4 vendor cash discount. Okay, and it's a revenue account. I gave it and I saved it. By default it is credit, you know. Then I can go for new. I can give it like 5 lakh 11. It's an expense account, right? So I'll call it as customer cash discount. It's a expense or loss, so I'll give it as an expense account. So it is debited always, customer cash discount. Then I can go back again in the dynamics, give the two accounts here. For vendor cash discount, the account that we have designed is 4 lakh 4. So it is here, vendor cash discount, and here I mean 5 lakh 11, right? So 5 lakh 11 customer cash discount account. Right, so I have given these two accounts here. So this is how we can configure a discount code. Suppose if I apply this discount code on the invoice, starting from the date of invoice, 20 days will be taken as consideration. Before that 20 days, if you pay on or before those 20 days, if you pay, you will get 5% discount, and 5% discount will be accounted into this account. So for vendor discounts, it is this account. For customer discount, if you give discount to customers, it will be accounted to this account. The loss will be accounted to this account. Okay, so the important thing is percentage here and the date criteria, days, number of days. So if you want like 1 month, suppose I will create one more code here. I'll give one more code, like if you pay in, you will get 3% discount if you pay in 30 days. Okay, I am giving it as 3% 30 days. So I'll give the same description here. 30 days, right? So I can go for net and 30 days. So I can give days here as 30. Net 30 days. And discount percentage I can give. What is the discount percentage, guys, here?
3.
Correct, 3%. So 3% we have decided, so I'll give 3%. So according to this only, system will pick the percentage amount and the days. And the main account for customer cash discount, I mean the same account here, and the vendor cash discount, the same account here, 4 lakh 4. Suppose that there is a kind of discount, it's not related to this. Suppose there is a kind of discount for 1 month. Okay, vendor says that 1 month, so it can be, he will give the time of 1 month. So let's see how we can configure it as it as 1 month rather than 30 days. Okay, if it is 1 month means you have 28 days or you have 31 days, you can have anything. So for that you can configure in this way. Suppose if we give it as 1 month or net 2 months like that. Suppose if we give it as 2% 1 month, some customers might have this kind of logic. So you have to design your discount codes according to the requirement of or the customer's way of discounting, or the vendors, how you will give discounts to the customers and how you will take discount from the vendors. According to that discounts, you have to design your discount codes. So if it is 1 month, you can keep net and you can keep days as 0 and you can keep month as 1. So it will be net 1 month. So a month might have 31 days or month might have 28 days. So accordingly the calculation will be done. So you can give 2% here. And you can give the same account numbers here, 5 lakh 11 and 4 lakh 4. You can give in this way. Okay. And there is another logic actually called current month. If I select the criteria as current month, suppose the invoice is done in September, it will leave the current month. Okay. I'll tell you the logic. It will leave the current month and it will take the days that we give here. Current month plus 5 days. Suppose if I do invoice on any day in September, the discount date, the final discount date will be October 5th only, because it will leave the current month, the entire current month will be the exception. And entire current month plus you will have 5 days. That's the logic, current month plus 5 days. Suppose if I do invoice on 1st of September, the discount will be availed until 5th of October. So the entire current month as well as another 5 days from the current month. If I do invoice on 16th of September also, it will be October 5th only, because the entire month, existing month will be left over, and after that another 5 days will be given as a grace period. I mean the next 5 days after the current month will be the date until which I can avail the cash discount, or I can settle the invoice to avail the cash discount. That's the logic. If at all I use current month plus 5 days, or current quarter plus 5 days, means it will leave the entire quarter and it will give 5 days after that quarter. I can also select current quarter plus 1 month, so that current quarter will be left over and another 1 month will be given as a grace period for availing cash discount. But generally vendors will, or you won't give any that much long time for availing cash discounts. Like current quarter will generally give days or months, that's all. Okay, you can use this net 30 days, or you can also use net 1 month like we have used here, net 1 month. If at all we can apply this on separate vendor invoice, like 2% in 1 month. If at all we settle the invoice in 1 month, we'll get 2% discount. Clear guys? I mean, this concept of current month and current quarter we will again see in terms of payment. You will better understand the logic there. Okay, we'll apply there. Is it clear how to give the 30 days, net 30 days, net 20 days and net 1 month here in the discount code for all of you?
Yes.
Okay.
Bro, what if they give the amount, like not the percentage, but the amount?
Generally, you have the percentage only. If at all they give amount, you can apply the percentage and you can change the amount also. Like you can create a code, right? If at all, if it is $1,000, right? If it is $1,000 and if they're giving $100 as the amount of discount, so you can create a code quickly here anytime. 10%, 20 days if they give, if you pay in 20 days, you'll get a $100 discount. So you can do that. Or while payment, you can manually adjust the discounts also. Not a problem. You can manually
Can you
adjust the discount amount also, or you can add the amount also.
Okay, bro.
Okay, it's just that initially if you have any discount percentage like this, you can apply this code and accounts will be picked from here. If not, if you are not applying any discount code to the invoice and you are manually accounting the discount, suppose while during doing the payment, you are just deducting $100 as a discount and you are doing the payment, then accounts will be picked from here. In general ledger, we have accounts for automatic transactions, right? Here accounts for automatic transactions. In that case, when you do not use any discount code, if you use discount code, accounts will be picked from here. If you don't use discount codes, accounts will be picked from here. Here you have situation for customer cash discounts and vendor cash discounts. You have cash discount option here. Actually, uh, we have separately for vendor and customer. Let me check it. So you have here vendor cash discount option. So you can give the same account here, 4 lakh 4. The account will be picked from here actually for vendor cash discounts. If at all you manually apply it rather than using cash discount code, if you manually apply it, account will be taken from here. Okay, keep this point in mind, guys. For customer cash discount also we have here one option. So where is customer cash discount is here. You can give the same accounts actually, or you might have to you can create different accounts also, but people normally use the same accounts. So system will automatically pick the accounts from here if you don't apply cash discount, but you manually adjust any amount, cash discount amount during the payment or during the settlement. Okay, so that's one point. Clear, guys? I mean this one, all of you.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we have this concept of next discount code. In interviews, they will ask this concept, what is next discount code? So I'll tell you, generally we have this discount code like 20% 5 days, right? Suppose vendor also give me another chance that if you don't pay within 20 days, you can pay in 30 days. If you pay within 30 days, you will get 30% discount. Then I can give that next discount code here as 3% 30 days. So if at all I apply this discount code 5% 20 days on the invoice, if I pay in 20 days, I'll get 5% discount. But if I am not unable to pay in 20 days and if I can pay it in 30 days, between 20 to 30 days, I'll get 3% discount. Okay, automatically the next discount code will be applied onto the same invoice. Okay, for that we have this concept of next discount code. Okay, I can also create one more discount code like 10% discount if you pay within 10 days. Okay, I'll say it here. Then net 10 days discount percent 10. We'll go for 5 lakh 11 and 4 lakh 4. Those two accounts here, vendor cash discount, customer cash discount. So here I can say next discount code is 5% 20 days. So what if I apply the 10% 10 days discount code on invoice? What happens if I pay within 10 days? How much discount I'll get?
10%.
So what are the other options I have if at all I can't pay it in 10 days?
Between 11 and 20, it is 5%.
Of course, if I do not pay it before 20 days. See if I
Then we have to put full
no, if I do not pay before 20 days for this discount code, we have another discount code, right? Next discount code here. See, this we have given next discount code. Okay, for the same discount code, we have another discount code as next discount code, right? So that this one also will be taken into consideration. 30% 3 days also will be taken into consideration in sequence. Like for 10 days, you'll get 10% if you pay in 10 days. If you pay, since the next discount code is 20 days, so you have to pay 5%. You will get 5% discount if you pay in 20 days. If not, again you have another discount code linked, next discount code linked to this discount code, right? So this also will get into application. So you can also avail discount of 3% if you pay within 30 days. You have all the offer if you use next discount code in that way. Okay, in interview, if they might ask you the question, you can say like, we can create one more discount code for a further date or further more number of days, and you can give it as a next discount code so that if the first discount code is expired or if you could not settle the invoice before that date, the next discount code will be applicable, or the next discount can be availed if at all we can pay it before the specified date interval in that specified date in the next discount code. Okay, if at all I am not able to pay within 30 days also, then I have to pay the full amount on the invoice. That's all. So that's how we can use this logic of next discount code. Okay, so for this 10% 10 days, I'm not, I mean, I'll just remove it. I mean, I'm not need it, but 5% 20 days and I have 3% 30 days. So whenever I give this discount code, I'll also have this option. Okay, 1 second. I'll also have this option as the next discount code. Okay, clear guys, this logic of next discount code, all of you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so all the configurations about creating discount codes is clear, right? So we will, when we do invoice, I'll try to apply the discount codes and show you how the discount code, discount date is showing up. Okay, so we can see that part as well. So this would be all about creating discount codes. Tomorrow we'll see more about the payment schedules, terms of payments and methods of payments, and we can complete all these three if time permits. Okay, so we have done methods of payment already. I mean, we have configured checks and post-dated checks. Other than that, we have few methods of payments. We can work on it. Okay, so tomorrow we'll see this concept. So today, to practice until here, configure payment days and discount groups, and also go through the P2P cycle that we have discussed, which is really important, as I was saying. So what I'll do is I'll just copy this and paste it here so that it would be better for you to follow this in the chat box. I'll paste it. Right. Okay, just go through it. Then that would be all. If you have any doubt, just let me know. I'll just stop the recording until here.